Hello, we are live, and I've already started to work on melting our candy melts. Let's check on this one. All right, today we're making some pretzel treats for Easter, which I cannot believe is just over a week away. That feels like it came really fast. Okay, so definitely need quite a bit more time on this one. We're gonna do another 30 seconds. Okay, so like I said, we're doing Easter pretzel treats today, and I'm doing inspiration a lot from like last week's treats with the cookie pops, but applying it to pretzels today because I just really like the way that those turned out, and I thought it would be fun to turn them into little pretzel treats for something a little bit different. All right, I have another bowl that I'm also working on melting. Hi, thanks so much for joining. Just melting down some melting wafers here. Trying to stir to see if I need to add anything else or if I can start to add my color. Or if I need to heat for a little bit longer. And I'm also going to get some chocolate melts ready to go. So I can start to heat those up too. But I think with this one, even with stirring, there's still like a couple little pieces. I think I'm going to do like 10 to 15 seconds. Maybe like 10 seconds just to make sure that I can keep stirring to let that finish melting. Okay, we have our other bowl. Okay, this one definitely needs some more time in the microwave. All right. And this one, I think should be, yes, nice and smooth, no little lumps of candy melts remaining. So now we can add some color. And I want to go for like a pink, but I'm kind of thinking, I'm using like powder colors I've used before, the Rokum Lumo. I haven't really used peach very much before, but I kind of want it to be, no, we're going to stick with pink because I want to go for a certain look in my head. A little more. Okay. Now we can mix that in. So in adding coloring to candy melts, melting wafers, anything like that, you want to add oil-based or powder colors. And what I really love about these Rokum Lumo colors is that not only does it give you like a really cool kind of neon-ish color, it kind of gives you like a neon pastel if you're going for like a pastel, but I still like how bright it is. But it mixes in really nicely. Like some of the powder colors I've tried recently kind of stay in like little bits, no matter, even if I like put them over and do like a little strainer thing. or like a sifter, I mean. It still actually has little bits that kind of get mixed in there, whereas this gets really well mixed in. So I love how nicely it goes with the melts. Okay. So there we go. Everything is mixed, and I like this color of pink. I think it's nice and bright and pretty. So we don't need any more color. Okay. I'm also going to start to melt this while I'm mixing up our other one. Okay. Just trying to mix it vigorously to see if the heat will help to finish melting these little pieces. Still like a little teeny tiny bit, but I'm just going to mix just a hair longer. Okay. I think it would look pretty good. Okay, let's get out our chocolate and give this a little mix. Spin. Okay, definitely needs more time. Alright, and in the meantime, we're gonna get our pretzels out. Let's see, I think I'm gonna go with traditional little mini twists today. Okay, so we're gonna do, like I said, a few different treats inspired by some of the designs we did last week, but applying it to like a pretzel. I feel like sometimes when doing treat designs for different holidays, I'll get on like a specific design kick for for some of the holidays. So I feel like this year I'm leaning more heavily into like, you know, the carrots and dirt gardening kind of look, as well as like the Robin's Day kind of stuff. So I feel like I go through phases. Hello, thank you for joining. Okay, we're just mixing up our chop. Oop, get back in the bowl. Okay, Stefan needs some more time. But I'm gonna go like 25 seconds, because as I always say, I do not want to burn these, because we have to throw it all away if we do. There we go. Okay. So we're going to start to coat our pretzels. And I do have these little tools that you can use for dipping. I feel like sometimes I prefer just using like a long fork. Hi, happy Friday. How are you? I am good. Thank you so much for asking, and thank you for joining. How are you doing today? Did you have a good week? I feel like this week it's just gone by so fast. I cannot believe that we have like basically a week left of March and we're already into the next month. Okay. Just grab my little dipping tool here. Okay, so what I use to dip is either one or two of these forks that have like long tongs to them, or I use the little dipping fork thingy. So we're gonna try this today because it's been a while since I've used it. And let's see how it goes. That looks good. Okay. So let me see our pink ones. Might just need another, like, I can feel it, it feels thicker. So I'm gonna pop these in there for 10 to 15 seconds at most. Does not need much time. I just want it to feel a little bit more runny, so that it'll be easier to, you know, do the thing. You had an amazing week. That's awesome. I'm so glad I'm able to make your live. Yay! Thank you so much for joining. You won your basketball game. That's so awesome. Congratulations. Someone told me that Easter was next week, and I said, and you're, oh, didn't believe them. I get it. You thought it was in 2 weeks. I know, right? It feels so early this year, and it just feels like, I don't know, it's weird having, I feel like St. Patrick's Day and Easter be literally 2 weeks away, where usually it's, you know, closer to almost a month apart on average. So it's just like, I don't know, a couple weeks seems to make like a really big difference in how quickly Easter is creeping up this year. Like, I know it's been in March before, but I feel like it's usually in April. It was actually on my birthday when I was like 10 years old, I think. It lined up. Okay, that look good. Okay, so let's start with the pink. Okay. I'm gonna get some broken pieces out of here. So I'm not gonna use these for this, but I can use them for other projects. I actually went on like a whole pretzel buying thing today, or yesterday, because I was like, oh, I need to get some pretzels for the live, and I haven't, you know, bought pretzels recently. And then they were on sale and they had different shapes, and I got excited. So I have like a whole array of things we can do. Is this your last Easter live video or one more? We have one more, but I'm moving it up by a couple days next week. That's a great question. Thank you for asking it. So next week we are actually going to have our live, I believe, on Wednesday. It's already on like the live schedule if you go check that out. So yeah, and it's making like little marshmallow cereal treats Easter basket things on Wednesday. So, and I believe it's same time, 10 a.m. Pardon me. So yes, make sure to check that out. Brooklyn Postal says, what are you making? I am making some pretzel treats for Easter. So we're just about to start dipping. So we have our little thing right here, and then we're going to use the little forky thing. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of these, of the dipping tool, just because I guess I just haven't had as much success with it. And it's just a little bit funny sometimes. We're giving it a try again. Because I already own it, so I might as well try it again. Okay, it's like, haha, okay. There, it's more stable. Shake, shake, shake. Hold on, I need something to poke that because it's going to bug me if that is filled in and nothing else is. Haha, okay. Success. Give a little scrape on the side. And then we're going to carefully get it off the thing. Get off the thing. Okay. Pretty good. Not too bad. I feel like the melts didn't coat it as well as I was hoping, but I love your nails. Thank you so much. I love adding, there's a unicorn top coat that I love adding that adds sparkle to every single nail polish because I'm obsessed with the sparkle on the nails. Where'd you go? Come here. There you are. Open. There we go. And that one's a little bit better. Like I said, I feel like these are not, I might need to do like a double coat on these ones. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to, because you can definitely see the pretzel. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do like, maybe like 4 for this one. Do you do them yourself? Yes, I do. I have actually never had my nails done professionally. I've thought about it, but I have a lot of fun like playing around with the different color combinations. So at the moment, I use, if you're curious, I use the Sally Hansen like gel nail polish things where it has like the 2-step, like the base stuff and then the top coat. But I'll play around and like mix and match the base coats. And then, like I said, there's the unicorn top coat is my favorite to add sparkle. They also have another one that adds some sparkle, but it's more of a chunky sparkle and not as like fine. So, but yeah, I love to have some fun with kind of like combining colors because I've actually found some really cool color combinations from just playing around and being like, I'm bored. I want to do a different color now. Your nails are an Easter color. I just switched out my color braces yesterday because I got Easter color. Oh, nice. Yes, I remember. I remember for sure. Also did like doing fun colors for the different holidays with braces. I find that tool annoying. We just need to invent alternative and become millionaires. Yes, I totally agree. Let's do it. Yeah, this tool is like, it's fine, but it's, I don't know, it doesn't feel as good as it could. I'm not sure. Is the Unicorn Sparkle by I can't talk today. It's Friday. Sally Hansen as well. Yes, it is. It's when they have like their step things, it says like step 1 and there's like a base coat options. And then, like I said, sometimes I'll put a base coat and then do a second layer of a different color to kind of do different color combinations. And then the unicorn top coat is just, yeah, the top coat that goes right on it. And then sometimes I'll even put on like the hard as nails top coat to protect them and make them a little bit stronger. I'm still sticking with the little tuning fork. It looks like a tuning fork, but I'm still sticking with this just to give it a fair try here. But yes, and I got all my colors at Target, especially when they have like a little sale on nail polish is when I usually try to grab those up. There's also some fun different colors that they do that are like color therapy, and those ones are nice, but I just like how bright these ones are, like we said, for spring and Easter. Get off the fork. There you go. Okay. We're gonna let those ones set. Is that food or wax? These are called candy melts or melting wafers, and this is food. I know it's so hard to tell on the internet now what's like, what's food and what's soap and what's wax, and there are so many crazy things that people can make look like other things. Okay, so we're done with our pink for the moment. Like I said, because you can still see the pretzel below, I think I want to give it a second coat. Just is so both. I mean, it looks like it, but these are candy melts. It's kind of like mimicking chocolate, basically. You can think of it like that. Okay, I think I'm going to do the chocolate one next. And let's do that one over here. Okay, and then let's do with the just regular fork this time so we can see the difference. Let's get this little tuning fork looking thing over there. And, okay, but this one I'm going to have ready to go with some cookie crumbs because we're doing that cute little design we did last week with the cookie pop where we made it look kind of like dirt with a little carrot on top. I think it would be cute on the pretzel as well. So we're giving it a try here as well. Shake, 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 shake. Ooh, that looks nicely coated. That one is beautiful. Okay, and then go to the side. I think we can do a few at a time. We just want to make sure we add the crumbs before it starts to set. Shake, shake, shake. One more shake, shake, shake. I think I'm gonna do one more after this. We'll just do like 4 per. These ones are getting really nicely coated. The other one was not as smooth. Shake, shake, shake. Okay. So the last one that we're doing for the chocolate, and we're gonna add our little cookie pieces. Perfect. Okay. So if you can see, let me bring up a little bit closer. You're not gonna eat it, are you? I like to give a lot of my stuff away because I like to, you know, surprise people with treats. So I'll usually like try one just to make sure it turned out the way I want it to. But besides that, I like to give most of my things that I make away. Okay, so we're just gonna make like this little dirt mound looking thing with the cookie crumbs, and then we're just gonna like let it sit off to the side by itself. Okay, so pull you over this way. And then we're going to see how our white melts are doing. Feels a teensy bit thick. So I'm going to pop these in the microwave for like 10-15 seconds, not very much. Going on the lower side with 10 just to make sure. And I just realized I can tag products on live, I think, after I post it, and I can try it to see if I'm able to tag the nail polish. If anybody wants to be able to find it a little bit easier, I'll try and see if I'm able to do that later because I'm still trying to figure all that stuff out. Okay. So we have our, where's my spoon? There you are. Okay, we feel pretty good. Okay, you can kind of feel the consistency is like nice for dipping. And you can actually feel when it gets thicker when you're mixing it. It just feels like a little bit too thick. So I go based on feeling. If it's a little bit too thick for you, you can add what are called paramount crystals, or you can also add a teeny bit of vegetable oil to help thin the mixture just a little bit. Usually, depending on the type that you're using, you might not even need it. Like these ones that I'm using are kind of like the Ghirardelli ones I used to use, but they're the member mark from Sam's Club that I found during fall, and you don't really need to add very much. Once in a while I'll have a bag where it's a little bit thicker for whatever reason, but for the most part I like these melts, and especially the Ghirardelli ones, because usually you don't have to add anything, and it's just a nice consistency when you melt it. So okay, we are going to try something a little bit different with this one because this is inspired by our wreath from last week. Shake, shake, shake. We're gonna try and put it in like a little wreath pattern. Let me scoot you on down. There we go. Okay. So, trying to make sure you can actually see what the heck is going on. Okay. So, coating our pretzel. And we're going to kind of like put them together into kind of like a wreath thing. I've seen one of my baking friends over on Instagram. She goes by, I think it's Sasha Cakes Chicago. I cannot talk today. Jeez. Sasha Cakes Chicago, I believe, is her handle. But she does so many amazing things, and I've seen her do some like little pretzel wreath things before, and I've wanted to give it a try. So we're trying it out today together. I think I'm gonna aim the pretzels in, or should I go? No, we should go like this. That would be better. That would make more sense. Okay, I'm just gonna push you together. I did not plan that out perfectly to be more centered this way, but we're gonna make it work. So just gonna keep cooking our pretzels like this. And I really do think they're turning out better just by having them lay flat on the fork and giving them a shake rather than using the little tuning fork looking thing. I like a lot of Wilton products, but for whatever reason, that one just is not my jam. How are you gonna go here? Get off. Where's my, there you are. And I'll be able to snap that off later when it dries. I might need to pivot how I'm doing this. Maybe the other way that I was doing it was the better way. Okay, come here. Wait. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out how the heck to do this. I love white chocolate pretzels. Yes, chocolate. These ones have like a vanilla flavor to them. It's very subtle, but it's pretty good. I'm thinking like this, kind of like I said, this, I haven't tried out the wreath thing. I've just seen it done by other people before. So we're gonna see how this turns out. Okay, you're settled. Okay, let's see how this does. And she does like a double layer, so I might do a double layer. Let's just see. We're trying it as we go. Okay, shake, shake, shake. Just trying to get as much off as possible. With the white ones, might need to also do another little layer here. But if I do a double layer, I'm thinking that I'm probably just gonna stick with it and then just break off like all this extra stuff. We can break off that after it sets. Okay, just making sure we push them together too. Shake, shake, shake. Can poke any little bubbles. Here, I'll scoot you over. This is like a bigger treat. You can kind of like break apart and everything later, but like I said, I've been wanting to give it a try, so I thought it would be fun to try today with the other pretzel treats. Get off on the fork. Get off. Okay, push it together to make sure it sticks. But like I said, I think I'm gonna do the double layer thing to kind of also help reinforce it in a way. Shake, shake, shake. Same white chocolate is your favorite as well. Don't fall off, don't fall off. Try to keep it like a circle formation of some kind. Take another 2 to 3 pretzels and we will be done with the bottom. Okay, shake, shake, shake. maybe just one more. And then, like I said, I think I want to add that second layer to help reinforce, keep it all together. And then we can add our sprinkles kind of like right away, possibly. I don't know. We'll figure it out together when it comes to that point. Okay. That's a pretty good circle. I'm happy with that. Okay. Let's grab some more pretzels. Don't need all of these. But we're just gonna add our pretzels so it like layers up in kind of over top of two at the same time, if that makes sense. Yeah. Get in there. Get in the bag. Okay. Another pretzel. Another shake, shake, shake. That's a better circle than I would have done. It's so cute. Oh, thank you so much. Hi, I'm new here. Hi, thank you so much for joining. Today we're making some pretzel treats for Easter. Okay, and I did not do the right angle on this one. Get off the thing. Haha. Okay, so see, we're lining up over two at the same time, so it's gonna help reinforce it. Do you put this on a cake or in a treat bag? You can honestly do either one. It would be really cute as like some kind of, cake topper, or especially like little individual treats over here. You could definitely do a cute little treat bag with those. So the ball is in your court, basically. You can do a whole mixture of things with them. That's what I love about little treats like this, especially like making edible cupcake or cake topper type things. I love figuring out ways to do that because unless you're like really into fondant, it, is not the best. So I like to figure out little decorations that I can do that are out of candy or other little treat things. So this would be great for that. Okay, I need to keep using the little stick to slide it off. Haha, that's what I wanted to do. Wow. Okay. And then we're just keep going with our pretzels. Shake, shake, shake. It's coating them pretty well. I'm literally wondering if it's just because this tool had them at an angle for the pink ones that they look like that. Kind of leaning towards that being the answer. Although I know that the white melts, just in general, it's harder to just do one coat and not have it see through to the bottom, but still, I'm thinking that's part of it. Also, do you enjoy watching baking competition shows or does it just stress you out? Great question. I do enjoy watching them, especially because once in a while I think about being on them, but I have a problem with time management. And I also, like, if I'm stressed, the stuff I make doesn't turn out as well as I want it to. But I love watching specifically like themed baking competitions. So, like on Food Network, the Halloween Baking Championship, Holiday Baking Championship. I love all that kind of stuff. So those are my favorites personally to watch. I love having a theme or like holiday kind of side to it. So if I were to ever do one, it would be one of those ones because I feel like I'd have a lot of fun. And only it stresses me out when I watch ones that are like people that don't know anything that they're doing and they're like, getting close to like hurting themselves is when that's mainly when I get stressed out about baking or cooking shows. Like, watching Worst Cooks, the first episode is always like, oh dear God, is someone going to cut themselves? Because they're using things improperly. And it's hilarious though. So I like to watch that one. But yeah, I feel like more so than anything, I just kind of like, if I watch like a baking competition with people who are like professionals, I just get like ideas of things I want to try or kind of do my own version of. I love baking shows and competitions. They're my favorite thing to watch. Oh, that's awesome. What's your favorite one to watch? I feel like a lot of people expect me to say that I like watching the, oh, what is it called? The Great British Bake Off thing. That one, it's okay. It's just not my favorite. I feel like because my introduction to, I didn't have cable growing up. So when I was in like college or maybe late high school, I think more so college, um, I was finally introduced through Netflix to like cooking and baking shows and stuff like that. And one of my very first ones is Cutthroat Kitchen. So ever since then, it's like I like the ones that are weirdly more competitive, even though I don't know that I could last on one of those types of shows. But I just think that it was more like entertaining, if you will. So I tend to lean more towards like that kind of stuff. But I definitely understand they make a lot of really cool stuff on the Great British Bake Off. I'm just poking the little hole so you can kind of still see through it. And then poking a little, I'm not going to go back and recoat any, this is going to be like way too complicated if I were to go dip this whole thing when I'm done. So I literally have the same opinions on all these topics. Oh my gosh, yay. Reality shows, I would have a panic attack immediately. Yes, oh my gosh, people have asked me that before, like, oh, you're going to go on British Bake Off? And I'm like, I don't know that I could like handle the stress of the time limit that they give. That's just, it might be a little bit too much for me. I'm going to pop the melts in. I can feel them like getting a little bit thicker when I stir. So I'm just going to pop these in there for like 10 to 15 seconds just so we can finish it off. British baking show, yeah. I get that people like it. It's not for me. And, there's something for everybody. But I guess when I'm watching shows, I just need, for whatever reason, maybe a little bit more chaos. I don't know. Okay, let's give this a stir. Oh yeah, that feels better. Feels a little bit better for dipping. Pretzel. Nailed it, stresses me out. British Bake Off is a yes, no for me. I'm convinced Paul Hollywood was a dark secret, or has a dark secret. My friends laugh every time I say it. Nailed it. I forgot about that one. I love that show. I would, it stresses me out though. I do understand that completely because some things that people do are just like, please don't just, it can be like a little bit stressful and painful to watch at times, but overall that's probably, I would say, more so a favorite because I just love, I love Nicole, I love Jacques, like the whole theme of it is just, it's a lot of fun to watch. So thank you for reminding me of that. I feel like it's been so long since they put out a season that I forgot about it for a second. I feel like it would be really fun to be a judge on that show. Maybe one day. But I actually get really excited when I've seen some particular judges on that show. Like, they've had a comedian named Ron Funches a few times. And in my previous life at college, I was actually a part of a group that would bring entertainment to campus. And I think that was one of my first years being the student lead for them. And I got to meet Ron Funches because we had him for a comedy show. So I get really excited when I see people that I've been able to meet on shows like that. Especially because he seems to be like a regular. He's also hilarious, so of course he is. Okay, just a couple more. And Thomas says, yes, very tasty. Okay, yeah, 2 more. And we're good to go. I'll keep doing it the opposite way that I'm going to be putting it on there. Okay. Shake, shake, shake. I remember Ron, he was so nice. That's my sister. She got to go to that show too. And because we look so similar, I remember him like obviously making jokes about the fact that we look like twins and the fact that we weren't twins and that we're as far apart as we are. I remember that being like a, oh my gosh, moment for him. Shake, shake, shake. We're on our last one. Stick tool, there we go. Trying to line it up as best I can without messing it up too much. Okay, stay. I think we are good. Let's put this to the side. So I think what I'm gonna do is, I'm going back and forth on doing candy melts like drizzle or something like that. Let me see. Oh, chat. Did your sister enjoy that popcorn stuff from the other week? I remember she was really excited to try it. My sister says, yes, she did. They were delicious, especially the Reese's cereal. They were good, but it's like you have to definitely eat them pretty much right away because the popcorn doesn't keep. So I can't remember if I mentioned that in my community tab or if I had posted that the day after. But yeah, it's good, but definitely you have to, if you're gonna make something like that with popcorn specifically, you gotta enjoy it right away because the cereal stays crunchy. The popcorn doesn't like keep any kind of texture. It just gets chewier and chewier. So just be aware of that if you're going to make the kind of hybrid treats. Okay, so I'm going to use my torch because I don't want to mess up the design. I like the way it's turning out. So I'm going to use my kitchen torch to just gently melt the top to be able to have our sprinkles adhere. I need to get a little bowl out for sprinkles here. I'm just gonna use the same ones that I used last week. These ones I was gifted by Wilton, and it's a cute little sprinkle mix that has just little eggs and little sprinkles that look like grass. I'm gonna take the egg sprinkles out because I just want to be able to do the green. Okay, I think we're good. That should be enough. And I might use these, I might just keep these for later because sometimes I like to separate my sprinkle mixes and use them for different things. Because we have a few different items that we could add on to this that are a little bit bigger, which might be better for a bigger wreath. Like these cute little peep candies I found at Target. It's like $1, by the way, so it's not too bad. But they're little marshmallow flavored candies, and they look like just giant peep sprinkles. So I think that this is going to be one of the things that we add for sure, as well as some spring nonpareils. We're just going to have some fun with sprinkles and stuff. I think also some carrots would be really cute on this. So these are some wilting, oh, one broke right there, but some little Wilton carrot icing decorations. Excuse me. Has anyone else had crazy allergies this week? It's been just particularly ugh. I feel like all week has just been not super fun. And everybody, that's like when the weather gets nicer during spring, everyone likes it, but I don't because that usually means my allergies get worse. Okay, come here. Carefully removing the, so you gotta like use the back to make sure. I've had some of these icing decorations when I, was first trying them out that had some stuff stuck to them. So that's, you just wanna carefully, I don't have a space to be able to show you. Just grabbing a few of these so we can add them as well. Just a fun little mixture of Easter stuff for this cute little wreath. I'm really excited the way that's like a really nice circle. I'm quite proud of the circle. It's the small things, really. It's springtime. Yeah, that's... I actually did not realize. I was talking to someone on Tuesday and I was like, yeah, it's turning spring this week. And she's like, well, yeah, today. And I didn't, for whatever reason, I didn't put it together that it was literally that day was the first day of spring. I thought it was a couple days later until I checked Instagram later and everybody was posting spring treats like happy first day of spring. I was like, genuinely, oops, I broke a carrot. Genuinely had no idea that it was already spring. Okay, so I probably have more than needed, but that's fine. Okay, we want to have all of our toppings ready to go. Oh, we're gonna need some more carrots too for the little things, but that's okay. Yeah, my allergies are really bad. Yes, it's a perfect circle. Thank you so much. Name a car for an edit. I I don't know cars. Nissan, Rogue, I guess. I don't know. That's the first one that came to mind. Let's see. I need a little prep bowl here for my little peep treats. Okay. So here's our little bunnies. And I personally like to have symmetry, so I usually do like, you know, pink over here, and then do kind of opposites like that. So between the mixture of carrots and bunnies, I think I'm going to do probably like a couple of each color of bunny. Okay. So I think we're ready. We have more bunnies if we need, but I'm thinking that like going opposites and mixing the carrots in there, I think we're going to be good. So let's grab our torch here. And I like to do high, like the higher intensity, but make sure to have it like well away from the thing, because if you get too close, you're actually going to burn the chocolate, which is no, no, no. So we just want to gently, gently melt it. Oop. You have to keep it constantly moving if you're going to do something like this. Again, if it's ideal like we did with the chocolate pretzels back here with the cookie crumbs, add it as soon as you dip it. But aside from that, you can do this just in case they set before you can do stuff. Okay, and you can see it kind of getting a little bit shiny. That's what we want. We just don't want to take it too far, so I'm going to start to sprinkle some things and see if it's going to stick. Okay, there's a lot falling through the cracks, but we're going to be able to still have it work. And as long as you don't get too close, it does not harm the sprinkles. I just want to make sure the green is going to stick enough to get the point across that, you know, green, grass, all that kind of stuff. Might be able to hear my dog obnoxiously drinking water in the background. Okay, and all of our extra sprinkles we can just save and use for later. Maybe that looks pretty good. Okay. Okay. I am happy with that. And then we're gonna use a little bit of candy melts to have them stick. Let's see, they should still be melted. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna take a food brush. We don't need one that's that big, just one that's a little bit more flat on part of it. Or you'll work. Okay. So one that's not too big. We don't want to add too much. OMG, I love it. The green is so pretty. Thank you so much. We don't want one that's too big. So this is a nice small kind of point one. It's been used a few times, so it's getting a little bit like, but we can still use it for our purposes. So like I said, I'm going to go opposites of each other because I like symmetry, but you can do however you want to do with decorating it. The whole point is to have some fun. So I'm going to do opposites starting like this. And just a little, the candy melt still might be a little bit melted below, but you're going to have to push really hard to get like through the green sprinkles and attach it. So we're just adding a little bit of candy melt so we don't have to do that. You can just lay it right on top. And then same thing with pink on the opposite side. And then it's not going to work out. Like the amount doesn't work out to perfectly having every other one. So let's see. How do I want to do this? I feel like if I put carrots in between all the bunnies, that might be too much. Maybe I won't use all the colors. Maybe I'll just stick with the brighter yellow for spring. I'm still gonna have a couple next to each other. This is the contemplation I go through on a regular basis. Here, let's do carrots on either side of pink. Little sprinkles trying to stick to it. I'm gonna angle this way. Okay. Same thing on the opposite sides. And just like I said, try and make sure it can get to that candy melts to stick. Like this. Okay, and then let's see how it would look if we just did the bunnies. Maybe if we like scooched it over a bit and did a carrot in the middle. I like that. It adds a little something something with the colors. So we're just gonna make it a little bit uneven and put the bunny right there. Put the other bunny right here, kind of off to the side. Okay, bunny number 1, bunny number 2, and then carrot's gonna go right here. Okay, yeah, I like the staggering of the colors a little bit better that way. Thank you for watching my process of sprinkle / treat placement. Oh, I got a sprinkle stuck to my brush. And carrot. Well, that looks fun. Okay. Let's see, do you want to add anything else? We could add some little egg sprinkles really quick. Just using maybe up here. Let's do yellow next to you. Actually, purple. So you got purple. Just add like a little egg sprinkle around. Just get like an extra little pop of color somewhere. Let's do blue right here and pink over here. Okay, these are tweezers too, but sometimes the brig sprinkles like literally shoot out of my tweezers, so just to prevent them from like flying across the counter. Okay, so we got 4. We're not going to put them right here, obviously, because of the carrot, but we can repeat the pattern on the opposite side. And I think that adds a nice little extra pop of color that it was cute, but it felt like it was missing just a little something. So let's do blues over here. Just repeating, but like I said, opposite for symmetry. Purple one right here. Stay. That one is yellow. And let's go right here. We didn't end up adding any of the non-pearls, but I think this is turning out very cute. But of course, if you decide to make a wreath, then you can have a lot of fun with it. And of course, this is a lot of, covered pretzel treats, so you can break it into little pieces, give it to somebody as a gift. Like somebody mentioned earlier, asking about if it was like for a cake decoration or a treat in a bag or something. You can do it either way, so this would be really cute for, like a cake topper would be adorable. Oh, catching up. I love green. You're so pretty. I have no words. It's the cutest thing ever. Oh, thank you so much. The sprinkles add a lot, even without them, it looked amazing. Thank you. I would not want to destroy it. I would keep it forever. And the eggs look good. Thank you. Yes, I think it adds like a nice, just little hint of something it was kind of missing, and I'm happy with it. This is at the point where I feel like I would start to add too much, so I'm just going to stop. And we're going to move on to finishing our other treats. But I'm so happy that you guys like it. Like I said, this was my first time trying a wreath like this, and I was not quite sure how it was going to turn out, but I'm actually really, really happy with it. Maybe I should try doing some more pretzel wreaths for different holidays. I don't know what Maya said. I think it's because I like to do that at home. Like our door has a wreath for multiple holidays or seasons. That's probably why. Okay. So let's scooch on our stuff. Get our sprinkles out of the way. Okay, and I don't need my torch at the moment. Okay, so we're going to remelt our pink, and we're going to work on that really quick. Probably needs 30 seconds. It's basically completely set at this point. So, and we're gonna get this little tuning fork looking thing out of here, because I was not happy with that one. And we're gonna grab a fork that we can dip again and hopefully better this time. So I'm just going to break off these excess pieces by rolling it on the parchment paper, and it kind of takes them off for you. Just little extra bits to clean up. Okay. Okay, and we're going to, I think, put these in the corner over here because it's already a little bit messy at this point. So we're gonna stick them over here in the corner. Okay, nice and runny like we want. Okay, just like last week, laying it flat and then doing a nice little shake to get off the excess coats it a little bit better than what we were trying earlier. And kind of like scooch it around to get some of that excess off, but we can also break off a little bit later. And we're just gonna do our second coating on here and then let them set while we finish up our chocolate cookie ones. And just one more. I'm gonna slide that one around just a little. Like I said, we can kind of like break them off later, but they're looking better already now that they're getting coated a second time. Which, like I mentioned, with these white melting wafers, sometimes you do need to coat them a second time because you can completely see through. Which is why I like to do that kind of crumb coat, as I call it, on the cookie pops. Jeez, I could not think of what we made last week for a second. On the cookie pops, sometimes I like to do, you know, basically the cookie equivalent of like a crumb coat, like a cake, but cookie version. Just to make sure that you can't see, you know, underneath the surface. Okay, we're gonna let those set, and we're going to move back over here. Okay, and what chat? The wreath looks amazing, OMG. Thank you so much. I'm very excited. I'm just trying to like not to touch it just yet, just to make sure it's actually fully set. What brand chocolate melts do you use? Getting more info and more into baking lately and would love outside info. Absolutely. So I usually use the Ghirardelli melts, but Sam's Club this past fall started selling their version. So Members Mark dark chocolate melting wafers. These ones are actually pretty good. I really do like the quality. The white ones I like for treats, but when it comes to making hot chocolate bombs, there's something about when they melt down that there's something about the texture, I'm not sure. So those ones for hot chocolate bombs, I'm not as excited about, but another brand that I've been looking into trying out, I haven't had a chance to order from them yet, but they're called Stover and Company. And I know like multiple, you know, treat dessert people, friends over on, you know, Instagram and stuff like that, that they use Stover and Company, and sometimes they'll use like a combination of two of their products. And I think it's called 1101 and Compound, but I could be completely wrong about that. But Beauty and the Sweets over on Instagram has mentioned the combination that she does. And so I'm definitely going to give those a try. At some point, once I run out of these ones, I think will be my first purchase with Stover Company, just because I keep hearing good things about them and I've been really wanting to try them out. Ghirardelli is always great. They're usually my go-to for chocolate. Yes, same here. The reason I decided to do Members Mark is because that's where I used to get, what is it called? I used to get the Ghirardelli, the big bags of them, because that was like the best value I could find. And then they, like, of course, like most stores, they start to carry their own version. So I decided to give them a try, and overall I'm happy with them. Like I said, it's just the hot chocolate bombs that when you melt down the white melt specifically, they just don't have that same texture taste that I want. It's like just a little bit off for me. So yeah. Then again, I'm also a little bit biased because I do prefer dark chocolate in general, but that's been my experience so far. I'm gonna grab a couple more little carrots off this thing here. So I'll lift up the paper and then just carefully pop it off, because I have had paper attached to this before. So I don't think it was these ones. I think it was a different holiday shape, but yeah. Oh no, it was the light bulbs. That's what it was. I had paper stuck to my little icing light bulbs, which is a nightmare to get off, by the way. Okay. We're going to pop this in the microwave and melt it down again. And grab my food brush. This should be fine. So we are going to, goodness, my station is getting a little bit messy here in the corner. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of all my forks. Okay, so alrighty. Okay, let me grab that out and then we can finish our little gardening themed pretzels here. I don't know, I'm just like on a kick. Maybe it's because I got, you know, those little carrots from Wilton that I've just been on a little kick of making gardening themed things. But it's perfect for both Easter and spring. And I actually have my shorts video today. I'm working on finishing that up. Was a cake I made recently that I just love it because it's like all in a way interactive, and it's, as you'll see, related to carrots and dirt theme, but it was cute and it was tasty. Okay. Still a few little pieces. Just trying to mix through. I actually don't need it to be all melted, technically, because we're not dipping. We're just going to uncover our little pretzels here and then use it to adhere our kilo carrots. Okay, so I'm gonna dig it out. So a little cookie. In general, this just looks yummy. So if you love Oreo and chocolate, I mean, you cannot go wrong here. I've got a little piece of chocolate to break off there. Yeah. Where did I put you, stick tool? Ah, there you go, right in front of me, of course. Okay, just kind of shake, 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 tap, tap, tap. A little excess off so we can get all of that off of here. Just like that. Let's uncover our other two here. And this one broke off pretty nicely. Okay, those all look pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna use a little bit of our melts to adhere our little carrots. Oop. There goes my tripod sliding on the counter. Okay, I think you can see. I'm just gonna use a little, oh wait, no. Now I remember last week we figured something out here. Okay, so we're gonna just make a little teeny tiny like mark in the center basically, just to get down to how the candy melts touch that center point so that it'll actually adhere, because if not, then the cookie crumbs just want to come off. Make this one a little bit deeper. There we go. Okay, now I really want pretzels with chocolate or icing. Yes, these ones in particular, like I said, I love dark chocolate and little Oreo pieces, so I'm very excited to give these ones a try. Okay, so let's take our food brush here and just going to add just a little bit of candy melts to touch that point. Of course, a little bit of cookie crumbs are going to come up, but 'tis to be expected. I like putting it at an angle because I think it just looks a little bit better than like straight up and down. Yeah. Stay. Like that. And then just do the same with the rest of them. Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna let those set and let the candy melts dry, solidify, whatever you want to call it. And we're gonna come back over here. But I feel like I'm gonna need to move the other pretzels. So let me, because this is inspired by the whole robin's egg thing, but I figured instead of doing the blue like we did last week, we're gonna do pink. But because we got splatter stuff, we're gonna move the other things so that we don't ruin the wreath and the other ones that we just made. So, going to here, you can watch me carefully pick this one up. Just gently separating it. There's sprinkles going everywhere on the counter. Yay! Okay, and then we just have to break off this excess stuff, but we can do that a little bit later. Although it's bugging me that it's there, so I'm doing it now. I mean, since I've already picked it up, we might as well just kind of get rid of some of this little excess pieces. Oop, down here. Okay, that's most of our little excess pieces. Yay! I love how this turned out. This is so much fun. Oh, I'm definitely gonna get on like a wreath pretzel kick now. Okay, and then because I don't want to ruin these either, we're gonna stick these on the same little tray here just so that all of them are safe and away from the splattering that's about to happen. How are you going to get the wreath off without it sticking to the paper? Aha, you were ahead of me. OMG, so cute. Oh, that was scary to watch you pick it up. I was a bit nervous, I'll be honest, but it does feel pretty solid by having the 2 layers. So that is, the best way to do it for sure. I didn't want to break it. Glad it didn't. Yes, same here. After all of that, I was like, I at least want a picture of it before something happens to it. I at least want to get my pictures. Okay, so we're just gonna scooch these off to the side. All candy melts and stuff like that. Like sometimes I like to have a little bag of like reserve excess candy melts and sprinkles that I'll just melt down the candy melts, then the sprinkles will just be little chunky pieces in it. And I'll make like a quick little cookie bark or something like that. So you don't have to just toss like this excess stuff. You can still reuse it in some way. Okay. Okay, let's remove you. Get these excess pieces off of here because once we have the color go on it, it will get a little bit, it takes a little while to dry. So I want to get the little excess bits off of here beforehand. This one, come on. There's a lot of candy melts on this one. Okay, that's good enough. Like I said, you can roll it on the counter to help break it. And then these little back pieces. Okay. Just want to get it all cleaned up before we do our splatter, like I said, just because of the coloring. I don't want to get all of that on my fingers when I try and pick them up and take all this stuff off. So this is to make it easier. And last but not least, it is very interesting to me that the white melts in general coated better, but like I said, I'm really thinking it's that tool that just got too much of the melts off initially, and So I'm thinking if you just did a single dip on the pink, it would look better, but the double dip works too. Okay. Bring you over here. Okay, and gotta grab a little bowl. We're gonna get some food color and some extract. And, I feel like my go-to for the extract stuff is strawberry, or you can use alcohol if you're above a certain age, of course. The alcohol dries off, but I prefer extracts because that's what I have on hand, like right here in the kitchen immediately. Just a little bit. We don't need very much at all. And then my go-to, you can either use black or brown, or even sometimes people use like a yellow or orange. My go-to is brown because I feel like that's more traditional robin's egg stuff from what I've seen. So that's what I'm rolling with today. Little top part is like suction cup to this thing. Okay. Like I said, we don't need a ton. You can see I already got color on my fingers. I like to kind of push it against the side, just mix it together just to be able to basically color the extract. And then the extract will, it takes a while to set, but it'll eventually kind of like dry. Okay, I'm happy with that. Oh gosh, I keep touching the top part where it has color on it. Dang it. Okay. So I need my brush. Okay. So we have this, and then turning a little bit. So we're going to just get some on the brush, and then I like to kind of tap it on the side to kind of, basically you're loading the brush with color, but then you want to tap it on the side to get a little bit off because you don't want it to be too loaded or else it's going to be too much going on there at one time. So, and this is the way that I like to do it, but I also kind of want to try out a way that one of my baking friends did it recently, and I cannot remember her name on the thing. It'll come to me. But basically we're gonna hold our brush and then just like tap the back here, but have it up away from the treat so you're not too close, or else it's gonna, the splatter is not gonna look right. If you do higher, it's kind of like if you salt your food, you wanna go higher so it has more of an even spread. Just like that. A little bit more needed for that one. So this one was like a little bit too much. This one is a little bit too little, so but I want to try. I also think I didn't mix in as much color as I have in the past because sometimes it takes too long to set. So we'll see how this turns out. But she takes a fork and then she goes like this. It's nice, but I prefer the way I've always done it. So for me personally, this is how. Yeah, from nice and high, these ones were a little bit closer, as you can see. And these back ones were higher spreading. And also just making sure that, you, like I said, you don't load it too much. You want it to be more like this one, where it's like a little bit more fine. Can you even, it's not focusing. Focus, there we go. You want it to be a little bit more fine, basically, for the spread. Just like a touch more. Okay, I think those are good. I'm gonna call them good. So we're gonna let those set. It's gonna take, like I said, a little while to actually let them, you know, do their drying time. That's like the only thing about using extract that is a little bit annoying, but like I said, and also using the I wonder if using a powder-based food color would actually help it dry faster, because the coloring that I was using, where did you go? The coloring that I was using is the color I use for like a whole bunch of things, which is the Wilton gel colors. And I have so many gel colors. This is how I tell which one is open, as I make a little mark that I've actually opened it already. So with the Wilton, it's a water-based color for this particular gel. So maybe that's another reason why it takes a little while to set, but I'll have to play around with that now that I've actually finally bought some powder colors to see if those help anything. But anywho, so that is our live for today. We went over hour, which is not often, but thank you guys so much for sticking around and hanging out with me today and watching the fun pretzel treats. Let me know which one is your favorite. Here's the robin's egg. This one is my favorite one because it has like the lighter focus. It has the lighter spray to it. And then I love the carrot ones though. These ones I feel like are really very simple and very cute to execute. And then for something a little bit more detailed, for sure, is the wreath. But I really love how the wreath turned out. And like I said, you're probably going to be seeing more pretzel wreath treats now at this point because I got really excited. Was this the last thing because I have to go? Yes, we are wrapping it on up. So let me know in the comments, either now or especially when it's posted. I'll post pictures on the community tab. Let me know which one is your favorite that we made today. Okay, bye. I love the wreath. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sticking around today and for joining. What else? We have a tutorial coming up at the beginning of next week for our last tutorial of the season, which feels really weird to say because it feels like the Easter season has been going by so fast. But tutorial coming up, shorts videos every day as usual, and all that kind of fun stuff. If there's no questions, that is it for our live today. So once again, thank you all so much for joining today. I so appreciate everyone popping in the chat. I love it. And like I said, keep an eye out for pictures on these later so you can let me know which one is your favorite. So I will talk to you later and have a great weekend. I'll see you later. Bye.